All right. Hello there, Meekahh, and hello, viewers. Welcome to the Roulette Rivals 8 matchup today between Davidredsox and Blithe. How are you, Meekahh?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you. I am I slept off a little bit of a headache, but I'm all good and definitely ready to jump into some roulette here. Always exciting, always a good time. Davidredsox versus Blithe. This is a big one. These are big players, especially on Miami too. Yeah, look at these.
David, right?
Look at those statistics. My goodness, 6 wins, 5 losses. Performance versus opponent 1. He's already beaten Blithe once on this map, but Blithe is a Roulette Rivals champion.
It's true.
You know, David's got some metal to him, but Blithe is a tried and tested competitor. So, yeah, I'm really excited to get into this here.
Yeah, I think on Miami, I think the statistics themselves on David's side are super impressive, but there's also the fact that he's known for Miami in the community. He made the 25-second insane master SASO strat. He made he helped out with Aatrox's like big Miami contract. Like, he's known for Miami. True. And I think that's gonna definitely show. I wonder if he has any like cool new strats or anything like that. I could totally see that.
Yeah, that would be really exciting to see. And this is his pick, so you know that also lends some credence to just his confidence in playing this map. You know, you might want to tend to save some of your stronger map picks for when you get later into the competition.
Yeah, for sure.
Where your competition's a bit more stiff, and Blithe definitely fits that bill. So David wants to play on a map that he feels strong on, and yeah, as you said, this is definitely something we know he is really experienced with. And I remember I made a mini competition set on Miami, and I'm pretty sure David had entered it, and it was really interesting to see his strategy and how he came up with things and optimized it. I don't know if he won that particular mini comp or not, but yeah. So anyways, after we get through Miami here, we will have Blithe taking us to New York. And then we've also got some RNG picks lined up as well. After New York, we've got Whittleton Creek, Hokkaido, Mumbai, and potentially Bangkok as a decider. We will not be seeing Sapienza and Chongqing. Those are the players' bans for this particular matchup. But wow, yeah, I'm so hyped.
Yeah,
less than 30 seconds to go.
This is a big one. This is a big match for sure.
Yeah,
I could see why the Sapienza ban came out, because I know Blithe is very good on that map. He's got a 75% win rate for the looks of it. And then Mumbai ban, no, Chongqing ban, that's what it was. Also makes sense because that's an 80% win rate for David.
Another one of his really strong maps. So it gets very technical at this point in the competition, usually, but definitely the case here. Meekahh, why don't you go ahead and take the spin for us? Tell us what we got.
For sure. The stream is loading. Give me 1 second here. All right. So for Sierra Knox, we have SMG as Florida Man. And for Robert Knox, we have Scissors for Cowan Mechanic.
Okay. Let's see how they jump into it here now. Like at this level of the competition, they're only in the planning screen here for just a couple seconds. It looks like
for sure.
they're bringing an SMG with them. Want to do it with a silenced one if possible.
And the handheld for sure, right? Makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like they both went with a Marina start. Probably
Makes
for that
a lot of sense.
Early Florida Man grab.
Everywhere you see Florida Man, he's a pain to get. So definitely good to get him out of the way.
Yeah, getting him straight off the bat, I think, is what we will end up seeing them do. Let's give the boost, a little bit of a boost to their game audio here.
Now, I'm wondering where they're gonna get the scissors from, because I know there's some in the like the Blue Seed area, and then there's some in I think Robert's like office or something.
I think you are correct.
Oh, and David has ripped with the SMG shot there. Blythe just went for an easier, I guess, or a safer rather.
Yeah.
Crowbar throw.
And then Calmer for Florida Man.
Yep. And Blythe is already going with like 40 seconds, got Florida Man.
Very strong start for sure. David should be all right here now as well.
Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, definitely gonna be a lot of running in this from the looks of it. I don't really know who to go for first. I feel like, actually, no. I guess probably Sierra.
Yeah.
First, just because you can get the Cowan Mechanic from the pit, right?
Yeah.
So,
makes more sense to get Florida Man, get Sierra, and then just go get Robert.
And then just run on back.
Yeah, this is pretty forgiving in terms of it doesn't feel like an exceptionally hard spin. Florida Man and probably getting the scissors are the most complicated parts of the spin.
Yeah, for sure.
Cowboy Mechanic's pretty straightforward.
All right, Blythe has the sugar, so I'm assuming he's probably gonna get Sierra within like the minute here.
David dodging a bit of whoosh on the way into the Kronstadt garage here, going to begin the process of the sugar strat for Sierra, which is where you isolate her by sabotaging her gas tank.
It doesn't look like David has sugar though, so I'm not... Did he get sugar? I didn't notice.
If he didn't, he's gonna run off and get it right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, probably just with an easier disguise. Yeah, there he goes.
Now some of these people out here are enforcing. It must be because of the panic that when he got a bullet impact noticed. Yeah, definitely an easier way to get the sugar. So Blythe is already halfway through the animation for completing the sugar sabotage and isolation on Sierra. David not far behind him. I'm curious what the in-game time similarity is.
I think Blythe has about 30 seconds on him.
Oh yeah, sure, because he hasn't restarted yet, whereas David did.
He hasn't had that restart yet, yeah.
Alright, so Blythe has switched back into Florida Man, ready to get this peekaboo. Very nice. Looked very clean.
There he goes. And that's going to be the first go for Blythe in a couple seconds here.
Yeah, can't see this going wrong. Gonna box her up just to be careful. Now David doing the same, switching back into Florida Man. Getting into position here. Oh. Alright, peekaboos are a bit earlier there by aiming the gun at her, but I'm a little worried that may not pull her very far into the room.
Yeah. I think he's definitely feeling the pressure right now, trying to make some time back from his rip. Because I'm sure he knows that Blythe is... Oh, he goes for another peekaboo. That'll probably fix it.
Yeah. Alright, so Blythe's on his way down into the locker room to get that Kowloon Mechanic disguise. That's just sitting there on the bench.
gets recorded, but
Oh!
it's not gonna be too big of it. Oh,
Oh
no.
my god, that was so close. That was a really bold disguise change right there.
The shaking camera from him as well.
Wow. That
He
was
has the
almost.
scissors from upstairs,
Oh,
so
that's right.
he's
From the
set up.
yeah, you get those in the, is that the
And
press
David got
room?
them as well. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, almost paid a big price for that disguise there.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely would have been safer to knock him out, but I mean, he looked like he was turning around, so I don't blame him.
Yeah. Sometimes those NPCs, they'll catch you off guard. All right, now David doing has to do a similar thing here with getting the mechanic disguise. He's going to opt to do some KOs.
Good plan, especially since he's come down a little bit later in the NPC cycle, so they've already turned around at this point.
Sure. All right, Blithe has not popped the laptop yet. He's gonna get up onto the platform first. Maybe he didn't like where Robert was. You know, if he's in a bad spot when you shoot the laptop, he'll get out there too fast.
Yep. And once he's out there, you're kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
There's not much you can do.
All right, so Blythe's in position now. Just wait for Robert to get the call. Come check out the laptop. And has the scissors in hand. Will need to take care of the evidence. Both players having camera trouble. But it's
That's like the last hurdle here.
Okay, David getting that earlier shot on the laptop and then running up to it.
I think that could help him a little here. It'll almost definitely be a photo finish at this point.
Sure.
Also, David has the silenced pistol to shoot at the camera box, where Blythe has to get in there and knock them both out. So this could actually be super close still.
That's a very good point. If Blythe, he's got a calmer dart. Okay, he might have another solution in mind here.
Oh, maybe a manual. No, it looks like he's just gonna trank them both, or trank one, knock out the other.
Well, that will work. All right, Blythe is out.
Eliminate the target.
There's one.
And David, hot on his heels. Yeah, this is going to be a photo finish.
For sure. David actually has the faster in-game time by almost the amount that he reset for, but is he gonna destroy the camera box? He must be realizing now.
Wow, if Blythe took this off of David.
That would be very impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Blythe really showing what they're made of. That was a very good, I was wondering how David was going to take care of the evidence. Yeah, I was wondering what he was going to do, but he got it right through the door. Have not seen that before, so that was pretty cool.
A lot safer too, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the shooting the camera box through the door in Santa Fortuna.
Yeah, definitely. So for those of you who are watching and don't know what a photo finish is, basically what it is where the match admin will go back and review the amount of time the players spent from the moment the spin arrived to the moment that done was pressed, and they subtract the amount of time that is spent in loading screens, so that whichever player completed it in less real time is declared the victor. It's just to account for any load time differences. You know, it's not just, we're not eyeballing it here and being like, oh, I think it was probably Blythe. Like, they actually will go back and take the exact amount of seconds out of the equation just to see who did it with less real time. So that's what our match admin, I believe that's Frody, is doing for us right now. And we will have
Blythe pressed done 25 seconds earlier, so.
Okay, so David's got some time to make up.
That's a lot of loading, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm feeling like Blythe might have this then, if it's 25 seconds. It looked like less on the stream.
Yeah. Yep, and that's why they actually go back and check, because it can be quite different from just what it feels like while we're viewing. You know, sometimes things can feel like an eternity.
True.
Sometimes these very moments where they are calculating the photo finish, but but it'll all be over soon enough, sadly, and then we'll be waiting.
Again.
Yeah, then we'll be waiting for the next roulette match eventually too. So it's just a lot of waiting and sadness in between. But we have fun when they're racing.
It's true. And we're heading to New York next as well. So
That's right, New York. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what New York means, Meekahh?
For sure. So New Squared York is not too different. The only new difference is that the data core or data disks now have an attached disguise and an attached method, sort of like our kill conditions here. So like instead of Robert Knox scissors as cabin mechanic like we see down there, it would be get into the vault and grab the data core as like IT worker, for example.
And yeah, this, in my opinion, is a great change. I'm sure not everybody feels the same way about it, and you know, because Hitman players are, we're all very passionate, and we all kind of approach the game with like different mindsets. So certainly, not everyone loves it, but personally, I am a big fan of it. I think that it takes what is ordinarily, you know, and Dartmoor also received similar changes to this. There's new Dartmoor as well, which does add, you know, they're still generally pretty quick maps, but this definitely adds some interest and intrigue, and additional layering of strategy and timing and things like that, which is really what highlights the beauty of roulette, is making it tricky and seeing how players improvise to these like randomly generated combinations and conditions. So
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the changes, and I'm excited to see what New York is gonna be for us.
I like the New York changes as well. It's not like my favorite thing, but I'm not against them. I think that they're pretty cool, and I think Dartmoor might need a little extra. I don't know what. I feel like Dartmoor it's. I don't know if the changes helped it all that much.
Yeah, yeah. That's just a bit of a. Players feel very conflicted about Dartmoor, and I understand why. Just in terms of roulette, I think it's a pretty cool standalone mission as part of like the story of Hitman 3, but adapted to roulette. You know, you're really looking at the level through a totally different lens, so you can't hold it to the same standard, and you know. But that's how critical roulette players are, and how they think about and how they learn and refer to these maps. You know,
it is very true. I feel like a lot of people have similar opinions with most of Hitman 3 in the way that the maps themselves, in terms of the story gameplay aspect, like your first playthrough, so cool, and then a lot of them in roulette are like pretty simple, like Dubai or Mendoza or Dartmoor, although Chongqing and Berlin definitely not simple.
Oh yeah, Berlin definitely being one of the strongest maps of Hitman 3. Okay,
for sure.
And it looks like we have our determination by our match admin. Blithe takes that victory. So
By 11 seconds.
Yeah, that's great.
Close.
So David didn't make up some time there, but not enough. 11 seconds short of doing it faster than Blithe. That's really close. That's extremely well played by both players. Wow.
Yeah, definitely going to be proud of himself. I know in Roulette Rivals chat, he was saying that he thought he was going to get stomped, and that's absolutely not getting stomped right there. That is very impressive.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's that's definitely fighting really hard. So the most sincere of GGs to both players. That was a really, really well played Miami, but Blithe played better. So congrats, Blithe. And we are now heading off to New York. 4 minutes
Here we are.
and 30 seconds away. New York is a one target map, so just Athena Savalas. And before it was New York, most players would just get the data discs off of Fabian and Mateo. But now we will potentially see players being forced to go into the vault and or getting the data discs in a certain disguise. So I'm excited. I don't think I've seen a new York match yet. I think this might be my first one.
I haven't either. This
So-
is my first one as well, for sure.
I'm sure there's been, I'm sure it's happened already in Roulette Rivals
Yeah,
8, but
I think Pidgeotto had one, but
okay.
I missed that map specifically.
I did see a new Dartmoor, and that was interesting to see players have to run out to get the lawyer disguise and just force them to use a different approach to the mission than maybe what they were planning or what they previously practiced for. So I'm all for it. And I'm excited. Let's pay out our predictions here. How do you feel about roulette as a New York as a roulette map, Meekahh?
It's one of the only maps I haven't really put too much practice in, and I find when I start putting in the practice to a roulette map, I start like really liking it as compared to just like sort of liking it. I think New York, from the limited amount that I've played roulette on it specifically, it has a lot of NPCs, but it's not too difficult. Like it's pretty samey for the most part. At least it used to be.
Sure. Yeah, I think that New York is one of those maps that it probably doesn't take super long to practice and get familiar with a number of, different spins. It's pretty small. One target. Generally, these maps tend to be over with quicker than your multi, 3 and 4 target and 5 target maps.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an easier map to practice for, but it's something that you have to stay practiced on. It's one of those maps that just relies, I would say, a little bit less on improv or improvisational like thinking, and more about like just like a muscle memory, because it's over with so fast. Like it's you gotta keep your New York muscle. Don't skip New York Day, basically.
Yeah, I find it's almost like a skill check, whereas like the rest of them, I feel like a lot of people who are good at improv are able to get by on pretty much every map, but if you haven't practiced New York or Dartmoor, you're not going to be able to keep up to someone who has.
Right. It's just a fact. I've seen it time and time again. Very rarely does like the slow and steady and cautious and improvisational approach win. That's rarely the winning strategy for New York and Dartmoor. Those are ones that it's like you got to know the moves, and you got to move quick and not make mistakes. You can't be like wandering around like, where are the scissors?
Yeah.
Like you got to know.
You have to know it.
Yeah, you really do. So, yeah, and these matches are just so intense. Like these short ones, like when it's earlier on in the competition, and maybe you have like a returning rival or a rookie, and they're facing off in New York and Dartmoor. It's sometimes nice to see like a kind of slower, more unfamiliar approach to the map. But that it just does not happen at this stage in the game, because to get here, these players are very well practiced, and they understand the importance of like knowing how to get through the map and not like needing to just figure it out on the go. So it's not going to be a tourist's walkthrough of New York here. It's going to be, these guys are going to chew right through it as fast as they can. And I'm excited. I can't wait to see.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I'm wondering if we're gonna see a start that isn't deposit box room or bank entrance, because I feel like most of the time it's those. Maybe like stock market once or twice, or like a janitor.
Yeah, I was just gonna say janitor possibly is one as well. How about a bank robber start? That could be cool.
That would be awesome.
We always like seeing a unique disguise. And yeah, kill conditions. I mean, endless combinations. We'll find out here in just a couple seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
All right, and there we have it. We have Athena Savalas eliminated with injected poison, disguised as a high security guard, and obtain the data core, or obtain data through the data disks option while disguised as the IT worker. So needing to obtain Mateo, Athena, and Fabian's data disk while disguised as an IT worker. In addition to that live
ever
kill.
fast?
You think so?
That is speedy.
Yeah. So David's starting as the bank security down there in the whatever
Deposit box.
deposit box room, sure. And Blithe doing the same.
Probably both just gonna grab the IT worker, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because you're down here anyway, right?
Looks like it. This is a very, very similar run.
But yeah, you've got an injected poison kill in the disguise that is guarding Athena. So you can really just bring your IT worker disguise all the way up. Yeah, like you get that free trank, you get all the way up to the top. You have 3 trank darts at least.
Sure. And what's going to be important here is knowing when these players can take their shots on Mateo and Fabian. David Blithe is blazing through here. He knows where to go and what to do. David seems to be a little bit unsure here. Looking for a shot, maybe to take a calmer at Mateo.
That would make sense.
Blythe,
I feel like if you're trying to get the data disc, then exit through the CEO exit, is it called? The locked one?
Yes, that's the CEO exit. I think Blythe was what Blythe is planning on doing is probably getting them both when they're at their meeting, which occurs at like 2 minutes 30 seconds, I want to say.
About that, I believe.
And David, I think, was trying to maybe incorporate their grabs on his way up, but then decided to just abandon that. But I don't think he's left himself enough time here to get Athena and get back down to this meeting in time. So let's see how Blythe approaches the Athena in her office situation with some darts, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got 3 darts. He could just trank pretty much everyone, right? Is there 4? There might be 4 guards in here.
Okay, she's
There's
panicked.
3 of those 4. Oh, this could be a little difficult.
Now, okay, so there's a thing here that you just aim your gun at them, they crouch, and then you can get behind them and get that prompt, and that's what Blythe did, and it worked. Switched out of the high security guard disguise back into IT worker. Oh, David gets found trespassing.
Oh no.
Oh man, that's a big disadvantage for David now.
And now unfortunately, David's just gotta like pray for a Blythe rip, which is not the situation you want to be in.
Yeah. Now Blythe needs to try and get to this meeting here between Fabian and Mateo, which he's right on time for, looks like.
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, this is definitely like almost the closest to an old New York, New York spin
Sure.
you could get.
Yeah.
Maybe if instead of IT worker it was security guard, that's about it.
Yeah. And Blythe has both of his data discs that he needs and is running, cruising to the main exit. But there is an enforcer coming. There's Frank, who can see through most disguises, I believe.
Hello, Frank.
Now, David does grab an early data disc there on Mateo.
Yeah, that's definitely what he was thinking the first time, I would assume. Just went up the wrong stairway.
And Blythe is out. 3 minutes and 27 seconds in game time. Yeah. Unfortunately,
very quick.
Unfortunately, that rip from David is just, you know, at this level, any mistake, it seems, on a map like New York or Dartmoor is just one mistake is your last mistake, you know, in essence.
Yep.
And
unfortunate, but
yeah,
you know, Blythe played super well.
Yeah, that's how stiff the competition is when you're this late, when you're this deep in the brackets. It's really fun. It makes for a tense watch, but definitely it's got to be nerve-wracking to play, just knowing that you got to assume your opponent is playing flawlessly. And so that mental pressure that it puts you under to perform well. And we are all calm and relaxed and comfortable from, you know, when we're watching and we're interacting with chat. We have our pajamas on, you know, we're kicked back and we're like, oh, this is so easy. And
it is not.
Yeah, and then when you're actually playing it and you have the controller in your hand and you're trying to make it happen, it's really not at all. But
it is scary. It is such a strange feeling. You know, you have like your heart's beating so fast. You're like, why is my heart beating so fast? Like, it's just hit, man. Come on, I got this. And then
yeah. it definitely is a reminder to take care of your cardio health, because if your heart can beat as hard as it does when you're just playing Hitman, you're like, I should probably walk more or something. But yes, we are now heading off to Whittleton Creek as our third map. Queue up some Whittleton.
That is exciting.
It is exciting. I love Whittleton Creek.
Same.
This is I think didn't you and I face off on Whittleton Creek?
We did.
That was
I'm getting deja vu. We faced off on Miami too.
Yes, indeed. And yeah, this is such a great map.
It really is.
And it's also seen some changes as well versus its last iteration in a Roulette Rivals event. There's some new kill conditions, or at least a new kill condition, I believe.
Yep, the battle axe.
Yes.
And not like super, not like brand new, but there's also Nolan consumed from, I think, R7 that was added.
Oh, is that back? Or they removed that?
Oh, they might have removed it. But
yeah.
Nolan consumed is back, which is a pretty tricky one.
Yeah, it can
but
be.
Definitely doable.
I remember I had to do that once, I think. Involves serving him at the party and then jumping over the fence and accessing a stash disguise to get, be back in it in time before the kill actually takes effect. So, yeah, Whittleton Creek is a super, super fun map here. And let's take a look at our players' performance statistics here. David Red Sox, 3 wins, 5 losses on Whittleton Creek, and Blithe, 2 wins and 1 loss. They have not faced off on this map before, so fresh statistics here will be getting recorded, so that's cool. And this is also potentially the map, the decider. If Blithe takes it, if Blithe gets this map here, this is going to push him up to the 6-point threshold to win. Blithe will continue on to the lower bracket round 6 matchup, and that would put David out of the competition. So David, if he wants to fight back or give us an epic comeback, this is the time to do it. This is the map.
This is his chance.
Yeah.
It's extra scary when your opponent's on match point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Every mistake, every uncertainty that you feel, every like moment of hesitation where you're like, oh, do I take this shot? Do I, it definitely adds a bit of weight to every decision that you're making. Everything feels extremely consequential.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like these statistics, even though Blithe has a positive win rate, David Red Sox has a slightly negative win rate. I feel like, honestly, I'd put them, in terms of statistics, around the same, just because of the amount of experience David has over Blithe here. This is 5 extra times that he's been to the map.
Sure.
In a competition.
Yeah, so there's something to be said for all of that experience. It's not necessarily just about wins, because wins can sometimes be lucky, or they can be like your opponent not playing super well, but someone who's had a lot of practice on a map is certainly still someone to watch out for versus someone who's got no recorded statistics at all.
Yeah. I feel like, you have all those extra times that you've been here. If you make any mistakes in those times that you're there, you don't forget the mistakes you make in a match. You could forget the mistakes that you make in practice.
Sure.
But if you lose a Whittleton Creek because you messed up like your politician grab or something, you're practicing your politician grab, and all of a sudden you're like the best politician grabber in like the world. So
yeah,
I feel like being here this many times is definitely a good thing. And then also, Blithe has that positive win rate.
Sure.
That's nothing to scoff at either.
Yeah. 100%. There's so much that can kind of go into affecting how confident you feel either in yourself or in what your opponent might bring to the table on any given map. And I don't think it would be right to discount David, certainly based on a slightly negative win rate. He's been around the block more than once, and has come up with some crazy runs, and every player has their own sort of depth of understanding of each map and practice and history and things, so this could be where David gets some forward momentum and puts Blithe on the back foot. So let's hope for a good one. Our spin is here in just a couple seconds. Would you mind taking it for us, Meekahh?
For sure. Give me a second here for the stream to catch up.
Sure.
All right. We have Janus, Fiberwire, Suit, and Nolan Cassidy, Fire Axe, Politician's Assistant. This is... There's only one Suit start, so I see David's already in.
Yeah, David did not hesitate to hit that go button. Hopefully there is a Fiberwire not in the inventory there, but hopefully a smuggle.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't see a smuggle, but definitely a park smuggle would make sense, or a bench rather.
Yeah, I did not see a Fiberwire in the inventory, so
I didn't either, yeah.
little.
All right, David's going for the older Politician's Assistant grab. There is a newer one where you just kind of shoot everywhere and then trank them and then run away.
Yeah. There's that one. Oh, look at this. David's figured out a way to bring him back. I totally missed that setup of what he did there.
Yeah, you can distract a couple of them and then shoot behind, or throw something behind the fence and he'll come check it out.
Oh, sure. All right, so Blithe had a restart there.
This is good for David.
Oh, wow, David, that's beautiful. I didn't think you'd be able to get here in time to make this work with that window peekaboo on Nolan.
Wow.
That's a really useful peekaboo to know how to do on Nolan, but I didn't think that'd be able to work with getting the Politician's Assistant. That was extremely impressive from David. Oh, wow, that's beautiful.
David could make this like a record spin now.
Yeah, this is definitely...
He's got the Fire Axe here.
Mm-hmm.
Records around, I think 5:30 was it by Chris?
Yeah, I think so. But he doesn't have his Fiberwire still, so... And he didn't smuggle it? Are we sure he didn't smuggle it? That's the only hope that we have.
Oh, it doesn't look like he has a smuggle on the map. Uh-oh.
That's really not good.
This is scary.
The only things on the minimap are target icons and evidence icons. When's he gonna realize it?
This is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Maybe he knows of a secret on-map Fiberwire?
Blithe is playing... I feel like Blithe isn't playing with a whole lot of confidence here.
Yeah. I haven't seen Blithe playing on a back foot like this.
We're seeing, a lot of kind of waiting around, and Blithe is just sort of seeing what's happening, and David has an opportunity here. Okay. All right, now David's he got the Nolan kill, and now he's heading off to get Janus, but when is he gonna realize? Unless he knows that he smuggled something somewhere and we just can't see it. Nope, replan. He forgot his Fiberwire.
Ah, that's unfortunate. He's been playing so well too.
Yeah, that was really...
extremely quick.
That was really good.
That was a funny Politician's Assistant grab from Blithe. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah. I don't know how we got him naked and then had to wait for him to get back into the closet, though.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make... I guess because the suit disguise would just be there, right? And that would be really difficult to grab.
Yeah. Yeah, so David's going to try this again. He does some shots at the beginning and throws a crowbar at the backside of the fence. That brings the politician around. And he gets ready to do this Nolan business again. Meanwhile, Blithe is in the... Excuse me, he is in the Janus house and is going to grab Janus while he's downstairs in his living room. Uh-oh. Okay. Hopefully no one heard that kill. Nope, no one heard Blithe get that Fiberwire kill, so that's good. He's got...
Alright, that's one down for Blithe.
One down. Still doesn't have any clues, by the way. It's worth mentioning that. In the 2 minutes and 50 seconds, he will be getting one here in the basement. And David gets a restart. No! Oh, that's really bad.
And once these restarts start piling on, it's like, it becomes a mental game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely has a compounding effect on your stress and the confidence that you're... playing with. His only hope, I feel like at this point, is if Blithe rips to something. Don't know what it would even be at this point. Blithe will probably be grabbing Nolan when he walks through the garage, but he's got a bit of waiting to do.
I'd say probably the garage as well. I don't think he has a seeker, so.
Yeah, he's about a minute out from that. So he has some time to get the clues.
Although he's opting to get the assistant disguise from the shed first instead, so maybe not the clues. Oh, there's a shovel in here. He might be able to go in like the other way. No, he's not. He's not bothering.
Hmm.
David's gotten his strat to work for the second time.
Yeah, this is a very good Nolan grab to know how to do. Blithe is crouching at the end of that driveway there, just waiting for Nolan to finish his little scripted conversation over by the exterminator van, and then he will begin walking towards the garage.
He must have triggered a conversation or something because he's about 25 seconds late to walk in.
Yeah, proximity triggers can delay him there a bit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And yeah, Blythe's not far out now. The fire axe is in Batty's backyard, which is the house just to the right of where he is right now.
Mm-hmm. And he'll probably go get some clues while he's back there.
And this is almost it.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna get the fire axe. He's gonna get the lawsuit documents, the cigar box. All right, so David gets the Cassidy kill and is back in his suit. There's a lot of
Janus now.
So much Diana crosstalk.
Yeah, she certainly talks a lot in this mission.
Almost as much as in Mumbai. Which would be on the docket according to the Hitman RNG picks, but we may not get there. Blythe all but has it at this point, unfortunately for David.
Yeah, there's pretty much nothing else that could get him. Maybe a roaming NPC that sees the bodies, but no, he's closed the garage.
Maybe James Batty, unless he didn't knock him out.
I'm not sure if he did. I think that's it. Yeah, Batty's in his shed.
There also is a gardener who comes back here in this little bullfrog area. That, you know, but that's really the only last hope that David has at Blythe getting a rip.
And it looks like it's gonna be it.
Yeah, Blythe is out. David still has too much work to do to make this happen, so Blythe will take this first to 6 points. Fortunately, David did not get on the board. We did see David get some target kills, but yeah, just not faster than Blythe. Not enough.
Very close.
Yeah, really close, especially on Miami.
Yes, for sure. I feel like in both Miami and in Whittleton here, David had a faster strat. Like, David's going to exit within a minute here. Like, he had a 5-minute strat as opposed to Blythe's 7-minute strat. But it's just one little thing happened which screwed him over, which is very frustrating, but it happens.
And it happens to everybody. It happens to every roulette player, regardless of whether you're a rookie or regardless of whether you've been around the block. You know,
absolutely
a number of times. We're all human. Everyone is fallible and capable of making these sorts of mistakes and oversights and things like that. So that's just the name of the game when it comes to roulette. So GG's to Blithe on taking that win. Extremely well played by both players, David and Blithe. Really a great display of skill. So
Absolutely.
GG's all around, and Blithe will advance to the losers bracket round 6 match, and David is unfortunately out at this point.
That was so impressive from David, though. That Whittleton strategy was amazing. Love that.
Yeah. If only we saw that. Remembering the fiber wire from the start, it would have been flawless and
Record even.
yeah,
I think
potentially
that would've been a
record. Yeah, but maybe next time. There's
Maybe next time.
always the next Roulette Rivals event, and you could be signed up to join us if you're watching and you've not joined us before.
Please sign up.
Join us. It's fun.
We love rookies. We're not scary.
Yeah, and we love being surprised by what rookies show themselves to be capable of. So let's take a look at our brackets here and see where we're at. Let's also put a little bit of music back on. A little bit of Whittleton music. Okay, so our brackets. Okay, I lost my button here. Hang on a second. There we go. David Red Sox. Blithe will be advancing to face off against Moo in losers round 6. Blithe.
Speaking of impressive
Moo.
rookies.
Yeah, totally new to the Hitman scene, I understand.
Yeah, never played Hitman before.
Not once. First timer.
First game ever, actually.
So Blithe will be advancing to face Moo. That's it's gonna be a really good one. Whenever they get that scheduled, we will have to keep our eyes peeled to hitmaps.com to find out when that gets scheduled and when we can expect that. But hopefully over the next couple of days. Let's see other matches that we have to look forward to here. Danny Buda versus Frody. That match is happening.
That's gonna be big.
Yeah, that match is happening tomorrow. And the winner of that will go on to face Papier Fresa, putting in work. My goodness, got all the way to the semifinals. GG's, Papier.
He's had an amazing tournament.
Yeah, I'll say. So Zerun and Frivolous just battled it out in losers round 5, and Zerun advanced. So we need to have a matchup between Pajero and Meekahh to determine who will advance to face Zerun. So the Pajero versus Meekahh's match, I don't know if that's been scheduled yet.
I think it might have been this morning.
Okay. So we will check our upcoming matches here in just a moment. I know we also have an upcoming match this evening with the Buff Guy versus T-Nort. Myself and Gunther will be casting that, but let's take a look at our upcoming matches. And I'm going to refer to hitmaps.com. Hitmaps.com, everybody, because it presents all of the matches in my local time zone, which is good
How
for me.
convenient.
Good to see. Yes. We have a match going on right now. We should probably raid over there if they're still going. Gunther and GK Punk casting
Go check if they are.
Linux and Script Desk.
Yep, they are going.
Okay.
They're going on to Santa Fortuna in 2 minutes.
Well, perfect. We are going to raid over there then. Also look forward to T-Nort versus Buff Guy. That's this evening at 11 p.m. And then Danny Buda versus Frody, Pajero versus Meekahh on Monday at 2 p.m. All right. That's enough out of me. Let's go raid over to the other ongoing match. Is that on Gunther's channel?
I believe so, yeah.
Gunther, yes, there he is. All right.
Yep.
We are going over. Meekahh, thank you for joining me. Hitman players,
Thank you for having me.
It was a pleasure. It was an absolute pleasure, and it'll be a pleasure to keep watching this ongoing match here. So, take care, everyone. Thanks for your time. We'll see you at the next one.
See you there.